Hey yoga community and yoga family, I'm Cynthia. So I'm going to be leading you through this practice. I have been feeling anxious. So when I roll out my yoga mat and I connect to my breath, I connect to my body and the space that I'm in, I start to feel a little bit more at ease and peace. So I'm going to be focusing our practice on easing stress felt in our bodies, anxiety, thoughts, negativity that can fill our minds. And I just hope that you get as much from this practice as I continue to do. All right, we are going to start in child's pose. So to come into child's pose, take your big toes together. Your knees can be wide, just depending on your body's space. Your seat might be toward the heels, on the heels, or it might be more elevated. But just continue to sit back to what feels good. Walk the hands out. Connect to the mat right here. So spread the fingers. Notice them. Feel them. And then begin to sink those hips back. Perhaps your chin comes to the mat or forehead. Just root down here. Notice how your body's feeling. And just start to deepen the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Connecting into the breath, freeing the mind. Next inhale, rise to tabletop. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Ground the right hand. On the inhale, lift the left hand nice and high. And as you exhale, thread through. So the left shoulder, left cheek are toward the mat. Let's reach the right hand up. And exhale it, connecting it to the left palm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach. You can stay open here, or maybe you begin to bend at the elbow. Turning, so the palm faces your back wall. Then opening up that right shoulder. You'll feel the stretch down the spine, into the hips. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, release the right hand down. Left hand lifts. And exhale, release to the mat. Taking a few rounds of cats and cows here. So on the inhale, open the chest, lift the tailbone. On the exhale, round the spine. Draw the shoulder blades apart. Then going through several rounds of cats and cows with your breath. Left hand rounds. Inhale, right hand reaches up. And as you exhale, thread it through underneath that left arm. right shoulder, right cheek to the mat. Inhale, left hand lifts. And then exhale, palm to palm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, palm to palm. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, palm to palm. With this next inhale, lift. Open up here. Otherwise, bend the left elbow. And then begin to tuck the left hand down, perhaps into the right thigh, squeezing it between the hip and the thigh. Open up the left shoulder. Good. Left hand reaches up. Exhale, plant into the mat. Inhale, right hand reaches open here. And exhale, releasing down. Taking 3 more rounds of cats and cows. Good. Now staying exactly where you are, I'm going to turn to face you. We're going to kick that right leg out to the side, extend it, and then plant it down. We're coming into gatekeeper's pose. So inhale, reach the hands. Exhale, cactus, arm open. So draw the chest, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. With this next inhale, as you release, right hand is tracking down the right leg. Good. And if you need to keep that foot extended, flexed, go right ahead. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reach. Exhale to extend into the side body. Good, hold here. Now if you notice that left knee is aching, I would encourage you to take a towel or perhaps a blanket, and you can pad up underneath the left knee for some support. Good, continue to reach. With that next inhale, spread the fingers, gaze up. We call your gaze your drishti point. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side body stretch. Good, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend. Good. Next, inhale, reach up. And then we exhale, left hand rounds. Right hand is reaching. If it feels good, you can float that right leg. Stay here, or maybe you come into your candy cane variation, half bow. So bending through the right knee, right hand to the top of the right foot. Press the hip points forward. Good. So nice rounding of the spine here. Plant that right foot down. Inhale, reaching back up. And then we exhale, coming back into tabletop. Left leg floats out, and kick it out to that side wall, and plant it down. Remember, foot can be pressed into the mat or toes can be flexed. On the inhale, use the core, rise up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, reach. And then we exhale into that side body stretch. Left hand down the left leg, just placing it gently, reaching with the side body here. Good. Inhale, lift. And reach. Good. Let's add on. Inhale, reach. Drishti gaze. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Reach. Side body stretch here. Good. With this next inhale, rise up. Then exhale, right hand plants to the mat. Now you can stay in your modified side plank here. That left hand reaching out, ears by the bicep. Or perhaps you ground into that right hand, lift the left leg, flex through all 5 of those toes. Otherwise, that next variation is to bend through the left knee, top or hand grabs top of the foot, and then press into the hand, pressing that foot. It helps to activate the hip points forward and then chest. Good. Go ahead, inhale back to gatekeeper, and then we exhale to tabletop. From here, coming into down dog. Toes curl under. Lift up the tailbone. Continue to root down here. If your heels are grounded into the mat, lift the 10 toes. Good. Otherwise, you can pedal out here, alternating. Bent knee. Good. Now let's ground that left foot. Inhale, right leg kicks back, 3-legged dog. Bend it and roll open. Circle out the toes. Then incorporate the knee circles. So working into the ball and socket joint. Good. Then inhale, press back, 3-legged dog. Release to the mat. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend, roll open. That left knee is pointed toward the sky. Circle out toes. And then incorporate into the knee. Activating your hip. With the next inhale, extend it back. 3-legged dog. Release to the mat. Drop to the knees, coming into extended puppy dog stretch. Hips stay high. Begin to walk the hands out. And then start to shift the tailbone back. Good. You can drop the upper chest. And then let's cross those ankles and come back over into your seated easy pose. So you're at the top of your mat. I'll face you once again. I want you to connect your index finger and your thumb, and then stretch your other 3 fingers out. So we call this a mudra. And we're going to just place our lower arms to the inside of the knees. Draw the shoulder blades down. Close the eyes. We'll take 10 full breaths together. And so as we are in our safe place here, our homes, you'll take the breath of air. So we inhale good, fresh air. Nothing to fear with the inhales. And then as we exhale, releasing the negative thoughts, the worry, the anxiety. Just envisioning yourself letting it go. So let's activate and start the 10 full breaths together. The next breaths, open mouth exhales. here, and then just shake it out. Good. Let's inhale, reach hands. And then we exhale, side body stretch. So right hand grounds, reach through with those left fingertips. So gaze off those left fingertips. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. Or reaching with the right hand. Good. Let's flow this with breath. So going with your breath, connecting movement here, the asana practice. If you have it in your flexibility range, you can drop down to the forearm. You'll feel the stretch all the way down. And then think of yourself like an ocean wave. Each movement is rhythmic and with purpose. Final one. And then coming back to center. We'll activate through our crown chakra. So the head, all the way down to the sacral area, to the root. Hands on the knees. Let's just begin to round forward and back. Extend, open up chest, round the spine. So inhale, draw open. Exhale, round. Good, switch direction here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's combine movements. Inhale, reach hands. Exhale, ground the right hand, reach over. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Connect into center, round forward. And then counterclockwise. One more time through. Reversing direction. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, draw the shoulder blades down, connect hands into heart center. Good. Let's come into a tall twist. So keeping palms connected, draw the fingertips forward. And as we exhale, start to reach forward with that right hand and then pressing it to the back wall. Good. Inhale forward. Then exhale, opening up opposite hand. Good. 2 more times. Connecting back into heart center. And then into tabletop. Coming into bear pose or hovering tabletop. Toes curl under, lift the knees. Holding here. So don't allow the hips to come too far back. Bring the shoulders underneath the wrists, over the wrists. Good. And then press back down, dog. Inhale forward into high plank. Exhale down all the way to the bellies. Dropping belly, chest and chin. Coming into Sphinx pose. So I'll face you. And Sphinx, our hands and forearms are at an 11. So spread all 10 fingers. Lift up chest. And once again, don't drop into this pose, hunched over. Lift open. Good. Let's stay here. And then we'll float it into Cobra. So drop chest, and then take hands into the side body. So right underneath the shoulders, press up. Exhale down. Find Sphinx. Open chest. Exhale into Cobra. Inhale, press up. Exhale down. Inhale into Sphinx. Exhale into Cobra. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale down. From here, coming right into high plank. Toes curl under. Press up through the hands. Shift back down dog. Now look to the top of the mat. Walk the feet up. So be very intentful as you walk the hands to meet the backs of the wrists. Ragdoll. So in your ragdoll variation, you can take hands to opposite elbows, dropping crown of the head. Or perhaps it feels good to interlace here. Thumb knuckles to the spine, lifting up. Bend through the knees. Good. Inhale all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. From here, we will run through 5 Sun A salutations together. I'll do the first one slow and incorporate modifications. And then we'll start to move with breath. Inhale, reach hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or float back, high plank. Modified, drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, up baby cobra or up dog. From here, remember to try to press into the tops of the feet to lift up through the knees. Press back down, dog. Take a full round of breath. On the inhale, step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up mountain. Hands to heart. Good. We will flow 4 more with breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Exhale, down, low chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back down, dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat, step hop or float forward. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Rise up mountain, hand to heart. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flowing through low plank. Up dog. Down dog. If you're trying to float, lift up the heels, bend through the knees. Look to the top of your mat. You want to hop the feet between the hands. So I shift my hips back and down. Hover. And jump. Half lift. Exhale. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, breath brings you back, high plank. Low plank, up dog, down dog. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. And final one here. Deep inhale, reach hands up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, float back, chaturangas. Inhale, open up dog. Exhale, press back down dog. Full round of breath. Look to the top of the mat, step hop or float forward. Good, inhale halfway. Now as you exhale here, bend through the knees. Rise up into chair. Good, so we're at the tops of our mat in chair pose. Sink the hips low. Now watch what happens. I'm rounded in, I'm slumping. When you engage, tuck the tailbone. Take the belly button to the back of the spine. We call this the Uddiyana Bandha. Core is now engaged. So this to this. Draw shoulder blades down. Good. Now on the inhale, take hands to the side. Good. Exhale to chair pose. Inhale. Hands to the side, Samastati. Exhale, chair. Good. Now as we stand here, let's reach with the left fingertips. And then reach with the right. Good. 2 more times. Hands come back to the sides. Bend through the knees into chair. Inhale to stand. And reach. And reach. And reach. Good. Our bodies are moving together. Hands to the side. Sink back, chair pose. Good, hands can always stay at the hips or to heart. You can even take that wide chair here. Good. Now from here, coming into a chair twist. Inhale, lengthen forward. Then as we exhale, we send that left upper arm across the right thigh. And then look off the right shoulder. Try to drop the seat down. Check in with your knees here. What might happen is we shift into that right hip and the left knee is extending forward. Try to bring it back. Good, 1 more breath. Inhale, rise to chair. Exhale, take hands into heart. Inhale, lengthen forward. Now right upper arm across the left thigh. Inhale back to chair, and then exhale, forward fold. So bring the feet apart, just slightly, about hip width distance. And then we're going to lift the toes, slide the hands up to the wrist creases underneath. We call this Gorilla variation. Drop the crown of the head, bend through the elbows, bend through the knees. From here, coming up to a halfway lift, let's step the left foot back. Coming into that low runner's lunge. Top of the foot can be resting to the mat. Sometimes if we curl those toes under, it can activate compression in that low spine. So try to rest the top foot. The top of the foot. Let's interlace the hands and then press them into that right thigh. We're going to shift back. So our ankle's underneath the knee and knee is underneath the hip. And then come forward. Good. And back. So move rhythmically here once again with breath. You'll notice that these are flowing asanas today. Good. Now as we inhale and draw forward, let's take that left hand down, open up with the right. And then as we exhale, we find lizard. So the right hand comes to the inside of the left foot. So now in your lizard variation, you can stay tall here with an open chest, or maybe you want to reach forward. Coming up to the pads of the fingers. So find your lizard variation. You can also drop down to the forearms. We'll be here 10 full breaths. Come back to tall arms. Left toes curl under. Right foot steps back down, dog. Step the left foot forward in between the hands. Come to that low runner's lunge. And drop the right foot, right knee. Interlace the hands. Take them to the top of the left thigh. Then begin to press back. Good, and then you might need to realign. So once again, ankle underneath knee. Knee underneath hip. Then exhale forward. Good. And find just your movements here. Now, right hand grounds, left hand opens up. Revolved lunge, and then exhale, left hand to the inside of that left knee. Now when I stay in my lizard lunge, I want to continue to hug my left knee into my left shoulder. Keeping the knee over the ankle. Maybe you begin to drop down to the forearms. Or you extend and reach out. And take the hands back underneath the shoulders, right heels curl under, step the left foot back. Right leg lifts. Connect knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Knee to nose. For 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Now gaze at your hands, your fingertips. See if you can take that right knee so far into the chest you can step it forward in between the hands. Rise up, tall crescent. Good, bring hands to the hips. Sink into the lunge. You can take a deep bend through that left knee or try to straighten it out and then bring the ankle back over the toes. I'm going to take my right hand, so coming into peaceful warrior, reaching for the back of my left thigh. My left hand is reaching up. Then as I exhale, left hand plants, right hand reaches. Good, and now I'm going to flow this. Right hand for the left thigh, left hand reaches up. Exhale, revolve lunge. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, revolved lunge. One more time. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, revolved lunge. Now keeping that right hand lifted. Gaze up. See if you can start to bend through the elbow. So taking the palm to the back wall and coming into a half bind here. So in that half bind, we're taking those fingertips, the top of the hand around the back. If this is not accessible for you, you can just stay open. Good. One more big breath here. And then drop that left knee. Shift back for half monkey. So right hand to the outside of the right foot. Shift back here. You can stay tall or maybe you deepen into the stretch. On the inhale, come forward, runner's lunge. Plant the hands, right foot steps back. Good. Inhale, left leg lifts, taking knee to nose. Inhale, lift, knee to nose. For 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Bring it into the chest. Step it through. Good. On that inhale, coming to tall crescent. And then finding peaceful warrior. Left hand to the right thigh, the back of that right thigh. Reach open. You can round slightly in the back. And then exhale, right hand down to the inside of that left foot. Revolved lunge. Good. Flow it here. Peaceful warrior. Revolved lunge. Peaceful warrior. Revolved lunge. Final one. Peaceful warrior. Really open up the chest here. Exhale, revolved lunge. Left hand can continue to reach up or bend to the elbow, palm to the back. And then coming into that half bind variation. Continue to look off the left shoulder. Inhale, left hand reaches up. And then exhale into that low runner's lunge. Drop the right knee. And then shift back. Half monkey, half split. Flex through those left toes. Inhale back to low runner's lunge. Right toes curl under, left foot steps back. Look to the top of the mat, step hop or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to mountain. Connect hands to heart. Beautiful flow. Okay, so from here we bring the hands to the waist. Where we will step that left foot back just slightly. So you want about 2 or 3 foot distances, foot distance between. We'll come into pyramid variation. So hands continue to stay at the hips, pressing thumbs into the hip points. Open up chest. If a variation for you feels good here, I like to draw my shoulder blades together, elbows, as you can see here. I'm squeezing the shoulder blades around that spine. Open up chest. Good. Another option is to make fists. Press them against the hips. Draw the shoulder blades back. Open up chest. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale back to tall. Good. We are going to come into pyramid variation. So start to engage your chest forward. Continue to draw the right hip back. Then as you exhale, hands can stay at the hips. They could reach forward. Other options include placing the hands down, chin to shin, You could reverse the fingertips. Otherwise, a funky pyramid variation is to begin to draw the thighs together. And then I start to put more weight into that standing right leg. I bend through that left knee. I connect knee to knee. Point through those left toes. Open chest here. Good. I'm taking 2 more breaths in your pyramid, whatever variation that might be. And then inhale, use the core, rise up. And then we open to warrior 2. So hips turn to the side wall. I bend through my standing right knee. And then really press into that left foot. I'm equally distributing my weight. And I look off the right middle finger. Flip the palm, reverse warrior. And then exhale, chaturanga. Flow through that vinyasa, high to low, up dog, down dog. Move to the top of the mat, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Rise up to mountain, and connect hands into heart. Very good. I'm taking my hands back to my hips. I step my right foot back. Now in pyramid, keep all 10 toes forward. Scissor the thighs together, so it means to squeeze. And then taking your back bend variation, so elbows to the back wall, thumbs pressing into the hips just slightly, or maybe you're taking those fists again. Drop the head, lift the chin. And then exhale. Good. As you inhale, begin to lengthen forward. Find pyramid. So this time we draw that left hip back. Hands might be to blocks if you have them. You can lightly place them around the low calf. Or maybe you come into your full variation. We will take 3 full breaths. So play around with your funky pyramid. I reverse my fingertips. You can also keep them forward. I slightly begin to bend through my left knee and then bend through my right. And then I'm taking that heel, the right heel up toward my right glute. I open chest here. Then I'm going to step it open for warrior 2. Then I'll step open for warrior 2 here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, release to the mat. Let's drop into child's pose. So draw the knees apart, feet together. 5 full breaths here. And breathing in and out. Then from your child's pose, rise up to tabletop. Then we're coming into Virasana. So hero's pose. Draw the knees together. First option will be to sit back. So knees and ankles together, and then just sitting back onto our heels. And this might be enough for your body today. It's a beautiful posture just to take here. You can rest hands to the tops of the thighs. Otherwise, second variation, keep knees together. And then separate feet. Sit your seat down toward the mat. If it doesn't reach the mat, you can sit underneath a block or place a block underneath to sit. So once again, I even look at my own posture. I'm rounding. So let's inhale, open chest. Next variation. Fingertips could be toward the toes. Continue to open up. If full hero pose is in your practice, you're going to sit back and then reach the hands. And then just surrender to the pose here. Rising up, press into the mat, use the core. And we'll just windshield wiper out the legs. Good. Let's come back to our seated easy pose. And we'll close together. Bringing hands to the heart. Drawing the elbows out, shoulder blades down. We'll close with 2 breaths of retention, and then that final Om. Inhale, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Good. Inhale, fill up. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, release. Now your final option is either to join me in the Om, which is a vocal vibration. And it just helps you to connect to the sound and to your yoga community. Otherwise, another great option is an open mouth, sticking out your tongue. Big, loud exhale, we call that a lion's breath. So fill up, inhale, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Om. I'm connecting my thumb knuckles to my forehead. And I just want to thank you for joining me in practice. And hopefully you feel just a bit more at peace. We exhale, bow forward, namaste.